Afghanistan today stands at a crucial juncture. As American troops pull out after 20 years, the security situation in the country continues to worsen. The Taliban continue to make territorial gains and peace remains a distant dream. To better understand the Afghanistan crisis, joining me is a very special guest, the Afghan ambassador to New Delhi, Farid Mamundzay. Ambassador, thank you for joining us here on WION World is One.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Molly G.
Ambassador, the Taliban shot and killed 22 members of an Afghan Special Forces unit in Faryab province. This was as they were surrendering. What more can you tell us about this?
Last month, the 22 special forces were in the province of Faryab in the northwest of the country in the district of Dawlatabad. Where after surrendering to Taliban, they were merciless. They were killed in a very merciless and brutal way. Our special forces are part of an elite group, a very reliable and credible force. The Taliban usually target those elites and special forces and show no mercy and brutality. And Molly, just a point to be remembered that, when a soldier chooses to surrender, lay his or her arms, then there are war regulations, war laws that they need to be upheld. Taliban broke all those human, moral, and legal laws of the war. And all 22 members of our special forces were killed in a cold-blooded way. Sadly, there were people who left behind widows, children, parents. We have a lot of Taliban prisoners. You may remember the release of 6,000 prisoners several months ago that we released from our prisoners. We still have more than 5,000 Taliban prisoners, but our forces would not usually do something that the Taliban had displayed in the province of Faryab.
Ambassador, how has India been helping and what kind of support from India are you looking at in the future?
India's support in the past 20 years has been phenomenal. India has assisted us with humanitarian and development assistance a great deal. Now, as we go into the peace negotiations, we expect India to help us in two ways. One is to continue assisting us with economic and development assistance. India has helped us by providing Afghanistan with over $3 billion of infrastructure projects. India has always responded positively to our requests for major infrastructure projects. We would want that to continue. That is something for the people of Afghanistan. That is not limited to government in Kabul. The beneficiaries of all those projects are the general people of the country. Now, in terms of the second area where India's help has always been there, and we would seek India's continued assistance, is the peace process, where India can help the Afghan Republic, the Afghan peace negotiating team, to reach a peace settlement which would be dignified and lasting and would ensure long-term stability, not only in Afghanistan, but also in the region. India can do so through its convening power that it has both in the region and internationally. So those two are the broad areas where India can help us with.
Would you also be hopeful of some kind of military assistance from India if the talks with the Taliban fail?
That's right, yes. Should the peace process produce no results in the weeks and months ahead, then India would naturally be a place where we would seek more military and security assistance from.
A Pakistani lawmaker, Mohsin Davar, has spoken about how the Taliban are exported to Afghanistan from Pakistan and how dead bodies of Taliban terrorists are brought back to Pakistan for burial. Now, the influence of Pakistan over the Taliban is well known. Now, in fact, the Afghanistan foreign minister has also asked Pakistan to encourage the Taliban to resume meaningful talks. How do you view the role of Pakistan in this process?
I think when the issue of peace process between the issue of peace in Afghanistan is discussed, and when we engage with the Taliban in a meaningful way, Pakistan becomes an important country in that regard. Pakistan has the most influence over Taliban. No country in the region has as much influence over Taliban as Pakistan has over them. So as an immediate neighbor, our request from Pakistan has always been to assist the Afghan people in achieving a long-term and peaceful resolution to this conflict. We hope that their efforts would be based more on achieving their objective. We have sadly instances, what you just rightly talked about, Mohsin Davar, that fighters, people from Pakistan coming to Afghanistan, they being killed and then their bodies being transferred back to Pakistan is something of great concern to us. We would want Pakistan to play a very constructive and productive role. They have the capacity and they have the influence, the required influence over Taliban to help Afghan people achieve that lasting peace. Now, a final point on that is that Pakistan helped the United States deliver a peace deal to them. With their assistance, with the assistance of Islamabad, the United States managed to get the required peace deal with the Taliban. We expect the same from Pakistan to help us achieve a similar and dignified and lasting peace deal with the Taliban.
Well, here's hoping that the situation improves on the ground. Ambassador Mamundzay, appreciate very much you're joining us here on WION World is One.
Thank you very much, Molly. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.